I don't know what second fight you're in, but I see you fighting with Isom, the comic book creator. I had no idea when I saw that 4 months ago that you would still every day like, hey, you fucking loser, learn how to write. And like, basically this guy wrote a comic and he doesn't have like even basic concepts of story structure and grammar.
No,
and so he will post stuff, and Dick is a professional writer. And so Dick will jump in and be like, you just used a semicolon to not separate two independent clauses. This comma's in the wrong place. That word's misspelled. You didn't establish what person was speaking from this role, and so it's jumbled. Like it, and I'm reading it like, I would never give my writing to Dick. Like,
do you guys want to get into that already? The ISOM stuff? I thought it would be like a 1 week thing, but it's like on month 6 now, and every week it gets funnier and bigger. Now, this week, a Christian ministry weirdly enough, named ISOM has sued the Christian comic book creator, Eric July, that I've been in like a Twitter war with for 5 months. And Eric July has decided that it's my fault and that I'm going to go to prison. Like, he made a YouTube video about how this guy, Dick Masterson, he won't refer to me by name, just like Maddox, that I'm going to jail at any moment now because I have duped this international school of ministry into suing him over the rights to his stupid Christian comic book vigilante that has a cross on the penis in his comic book.
Wait, on the crotch or like on his actual cock?
I don't know how big the cock or the cross is. It probably depends, but it's weirdly positioned.
On the outfit.
It's lower than a belt buckle. So
Oh, there's like an actual cross down there, like from his belt?
Yeah, it's on his uniform. His superhero uniform is like Wolverine, except it has a crucifix on his pubes.
Does he fight demons?
Okay, you tell me.
Okay. All right, yeah. All right. Well,
that's weird.
That's odd.
Heels on.
It looks more like a plus sign to me, but I see how you could get offended, I suppose.
Offended. Yeah, Dick was very offended.
Like who's his main nemesis?
Who are his foes?
His main nemesis is lack of motivation, I think, and lack of plot. There's no plot in either of them. Basic criticism, I believe, reduces him to a blubbering child like Superman.
No, I meant being the superhero.
I don't know. He's
and you've read all the material, so like if it were to know, if anyone knew it, it would be you.
Yeah, that's what everyone really is pissed about me for, reading this stupid culture war comic book and just saying like, well, this sucks. You guys are blowing money on like a guy's weird self-insert vanity project.
Yeah, like one of the funniest things I saw, like you were kind of in the background. You were roasting the author of it, and like it was before I read your entire breakdown, and you said something to the effect of like, this entire character is just a self-insert for the writer Eric July, and because nothing offends Eric July as much as being disrespected, you can tell that the only thing that really gets under Isom's skin is perceiving that he's been disrespected. And I was like, damn, he really parsed that out pretty quickly.
I mean, I don't know, like angry black guy that's like super upset by being disrespected. I don't know if that's such a great character to throw in your comic book, but
especially if he's not like fighting ghouls, goblins, bad guys.
I don't know. It's such a unique idea. Angry black man who doesn't like being disrespected.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really explores that theme by getting thrown out of a club by security and then spending the whole comic book seething about it and coming back at the end and picking a fight with the security guard that threw him out of the club. It's a fucking riveting culture war comic that Eric has put together.
Is he an evil security guard? Is he like there's another layer to him, or he's just someone
selling cocaine and like pimping girls?
I don't know. He's just kind of bigger than him. I think that's it.
Yeah. He's got an earpiece and he's white, and Eric can't do anything about it, and so he has to leave.
Yeah. So then Eric July started like flagging all of my guys. You know how these gang wars on the internet start. he started flagging all my guys for criticizing him. So one of my guys found the person who actually owned the trademark to ISOM, which happened to be this 25-year-old Christian ministry, like a very upstanding organization. And he wrote them an email saying, "Hi, I'm a reporter for the Dick Show and the Biggest Problem in the Universe News. I really wanted to get more information on your partnership with Eric July and his comic book and why you let him license your name in a comic about prostitution and all this stuff."
Oh, shit.
So then lawsuit.
So it wasn't you, but your followers did kick this thing off.
Actually, I don't know. The lawsuit dropped. The lawsuit dropped
10 seconds ago.
well, that email is in the lawsuit. I would like to take credit for it, but I don't technically know. They might have been working on the lawsuit for some time.
And there's no way to know.
Yeah, there's no way to know. All I know is it gets funnier. Now Eric goes on like panel shows because he called me a bunny because I don't know because I guess he says I have buck teeth. I don't know. Maybe I do. He called me the bunny from Arthur. So now every stream he goes on, it's just like the chat is just nonstop bunny emojis. Bunny, 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 bunny.
Is it one of those situations where like he's the bigger creator from like the money side, like but like his organic following is much smaller than yours, and so he's getting blown out in like live streams? Because I saw that before with like you and Maddox, where
his comic, like I don't know if you guys follow this whole like right wing parallel economy scam,
like the bench beer they sell, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, like your beer's gay. Buy our Israel beer. Or buy our like
Washington ale.
Right. Yeah. Buy our Ultra, right? Yeah, buy our candy bar, our not gay candy.
Ross would have drank or something. Yeah, they're always into that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like that's what this comic is. But it made like $6 million. So
like
I don't know why
or did he sell 6 million in copies?
He sold 6 million in copies, but it's like the average price is the lowest price is $35 for a comic book, and the average price is like 100. So I don't know.
More expensive than a book.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta get into this right wing grifting bullshit.
No shit, Woody. It's
pillows
crazy.
are taken, comic books are taken. There must be some sort of right wing hair gel that no way.
We need to wait for like Pantene to put a trans person in an ad, and then we'll hit the ground running with like some sort of like.
I think we need
black rifle conditioner.
I mean tampons.
Right wing tampons, actually for a woman. No.
Yeah, for real women only.
Yes.
We need to clip this part out of it. This is a good ass idea. For real women. Don't even try to purchase this if you're not. And then like people will buy it and be like, ha ha. And we'll be like, you got us. No.
Not for dilating.
It's not if you're dilating. Yeah.
So he actually sold $6 million worth of this.
Yeah,
stuff, he said.
Apparently. Yeah. I don't know why he's so upset that I'm making fun of his stupid Christian comic book.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
If I were him, I wouldn't be letting you get under my skin if I was rolling in that kind of dough. I'd be like, keep talking about it.
That's bizarre. I'm glad that you found someone to mock online. That's always fun. You know, and what's important is that it doesn't feel like punching down, and that they take it way more seriously than you do.
Yeah.
Those are key.
I'm awestruck at how profitable beefing with Dick Masterson is.
Yeah.
Which is surprising since he's a gay retard.
Yeah, we need to
good drive
on this.
Good drive.
You son of a bitch.
Well, you guys should read ISOM. I mean, all you have to do is read it and then give like an honest critique of it, and then you'll be next on Eric's hit list. Now he's going around to like all my friends saying like, "Are you with me or against me? You got to sign my loyalty pledge." So I pity the fool that doesn't sign my loyalty pledge against Dick Masterson.
Dude, if he's got that kind of money, Mr. July, come on in and we will sign your loyalty pledge for a nominal fee.
1 million.
We'll be loyal to this fucking ridiculous character. What are his powers? Flying, strength? Does he have?
He doesn't know. No one knows in the comic. That was my first question: is what are his superpowers? And it's not explained in the comic what they are, which is odd.
that's such a huge part of. I've never read a comic book, but I would imagine that's a big part of it.
Right? Yeah, like Spider-Man is like a spider guy. Superman's like really strong and stuff. Flies. Yeah.
But at least you can infer a lot from ISOM, which sounds like I have no idea.
I've been hung up on
name. Is that the name of?
Is it an acronym?
Well, nobody knows because he didn't explain. So he might actually have ripped it off from the International School of Ministry because it's the only other place that name shows up.
I didn't Google it first, huh?
Oh, I hate that.
The International School of Ministry is what I get when I Google to try to figure it out. But...
Yeah.
I'm surprised they would care. Like, I would think that those kind of ministries would be like, oh, well, you're a Christian also. You're doing this. So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Unless it's like a copyright trademark thing where they have to defend.
Well, if they, first of all, I don't think they like people going, ISOM sucks online when they read this comic book.
Yeah. Or all those people.
Yeah. Or Eric calling people the N-word when they review ISOM for the first time. I don't think that reflects well, but like legally, if they don't, he could file it first for the trademark and then they'd be fucked. Like it would be... they would both own a trademark that's competing in Christian publishing, so they have to do it.
Wow.
No. So you mentioned like I knew a bit about your fight on the ISOM front. Who's this other? You have a second concurrent beef. You're going.
Maddox is back. Maddox, my old nemesis who disappeared 5 years ago and has just been like pretending to be a banana and a cowboy on Twitch for 12 people. Then he quit doing that a year ago unfortunately, because it was some of the best content he ever made. He released a video last week where he spends a half an hour accusing Justin Wang of plagiarism. And then the next half hour, it's like the most... Dude, it's like a magnum opus of insanity that he's crammed into this hour-long video about why he sued Asterios Kokkinos. You remember that? That guy's been on your show, I think.
Yeah. Asterios has been. I haven't seen anything about him in a long time. So he had a
it's crazy.
Out with Maddox. Yeah.
So Maddox sued me, Asterios, Patreon, the Patreon representative, every comedian that's ever worked on my show, like my real life business partner. He sued everybody for like $380 million. I don't know, 6 years ago, maybe less. But apparently he's been working on this just insane video for, according to the screenshots in the video, the most recent one is from 3 years ago. So he's been cataloging and scripting this hit piece on Justin Wang and Asterios for 3 years, and he just decided to drop it last weekend, which we watched obviously on a bonus episode and made fun of it. But it's just hysterical the response he's getting from.
You really bring out the best in people.
Yeah.
You're really good at getting under people's skin and and bothering them. So Maddox took that huge L. I recall some of that like 5 years ago, and now he's back again, and he's threatening to sue again.
I don't know. He's just like I don't know if he's just like explaining to people why he like his headcanon of his retcon of why he sued us. It's a very bizarre video though. Like starting with the Justin Wang. Do you guys know who Justin Wang is?
No,
I know. I've seen him on Twitter. I've never seen a video of his though.
He's a really nice guy. Like he just does videos on internet history stuff. Like what is the My Little Pony cum jar? What's that all about? Like what about the poop knife? What about that?
I love channels like that. I'm gonna check out Justin Wang.
He's cool. He made a video explaining Maddox's original lawsuit 5 years ago, and I think Maddox has been stewing about it and seething about it ever since then.
For half a decade.
Yeah. Really.
Collecting clips every other year to compile into his nonsense. Yeah, that's insane. And I imagine Justin Wang, because like I'll see him in like the For You on Twitter. That guy's like popular. And so I cannot imagine that battle's going well for Maddox.
No. Maddox criticized him for having a metal band because he said it was gay or something like that. Like Justin Wang, who's like a lead guitar player for this awesome metal band. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't.
Seems kind of cool, actually.
I saw
like a still I saw a screenshot, I guess, from Maddox's video where Maddox is bald and he's wearing like a wig with like long black hair because this guy Justin has long black hair. And I saw the guy Justin like subtweet him and be like, "Is this dude making fun of me for having hair?"
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, yeah, that's true. Like, that's not a good look. You've got a very full head of hair, Justin. Like, yeah, screw you.
It seems to me in this modern age of content creators literally doing battle with one another, you could solve this in a boxing ring somewhere. You know, like all these little beefs, like the Ice from Church, they should send their champion, right? That's how they should work things out. Don't sue people. That's not what Christ would do. He'd summon up a champion of some sort.
Kick your ass.
Would you and Maddox be wildly lopsided? I know that you can fight. Can he?
Oh yeah, like boxing. Yeah, we would be wildly lopsided in any fight. Yes, that's the.
That's why I don't think he's ever pursued that road of let's fight, Dick, because Dick would probably say okay.
Unless like Atomics the Tank Engine like build off or something. I don't know. Yeah, the ISOM thing's funny too because now Eric July's fans are review bombing the ministry.
What? You can't review bomb a church.
Exactly. Like,
I did not feel the Lord at any point.
That is not very Christian.
Shortest sermons I have ever been to. What do you say? It was so drafty in the vestibule.
Like, man, my guys have never bombed or no kind of bombing a church has ever happened on my side. So I think you got to kind of take a step back. And,
Jesus Christ. So like that's hilarious. His own fans are trying to ruin the reviews of a ministry organization.
Google, because it's like they have a ton of locations. They have like 100,000 ministers. Like, fuck ISOM. These motherfuckers are going after my comic book. Like, man, you guys are on one.
There's not a real God because
they're so mad at me, right? Because they're so mad at me, and Eric told them that I tricked the ministry into suing him. So they're like, "I'll show you guys are working in concert. You're the Legion of Doom against Eric July."
Yeah, you and the International School of Ministry, natural allies against.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So now you have almost a champion fighter, a proxy figure to fight
God.
That you've set up. Yeah.
And then the CEO of ISOM, the ministry, came out while Eric after Eric made a video. Yeah, after Eric made a video saying like that I'm going to jail for making fun of his comic book and for tricking the ministry into suing him, the CEO of the ministry came out who's like, you know how like all ministry guys are like doctors? I don't know what they're like, you know, like Dr. Eli Gemstone. Like the Dr. Eli Gemstone of the ministry came out and said, "Look, guys, we're not trying to sue anybody. We sent Eric July this lawsuit. We didn't serve it. We sent it to him because we wanted to work it out. We don't know why he's telling you that we were tricked into sending you this."
Yeah, it seems like he hasn't handled it well. It seems like he's like, when there have been opportunities to de-escalate and get back to selling his comic for money, he's not doing that.
Yeah, he's just like a fucking idiot, I guess.
Seems like you're having a great time, so I'm glad.
I'm the happiest I've ever been online. They could send me to jail for 1,000 years for making fun of his comic, and I'd be like, that was worth it, man. That week was hilarious. I'll be right next to Trump sitting there in the jail going, "What are you in for?" And he's like, "Well, you know, upending democracy." And we're like, awesome, man. Kind of me too.
Well, I tricked International School of Ministry into harassing a that's awesome. He did it. Very small author. But I think the Maddox shit, I wanted to like stay on that for a sec. Like, it's unbelievable that, like, I remember in 2004, like I'm like 13, 14 years old, 2004, 2005, and like going on Maddox's original site, the best page in the universe, whatever it was, can't even remember, and reading his little articles and being like, this is so funny. Like, this is the funniest stuff I've ever read online. This was pre-YouTube, so like it was basically Albino Black Sheep, E-Bombs World, Something Awful, like those sites, and then there was, you know, Maddox's stuff. And I don't know if there's ever been someone who was legitimately like a true OG. Like, he was writing that shit before YouTube, before like blogs were big. Like he was that guy, and it was wildly popular. And one of his big things at the time that I think about all the time is like he had some article and he was like, I have a bigger website than Coke. I have a bigger website than Pepsi. I have a bigger website than this. And even at 14, I'm like, nobody goes to Coke.com. And like, and he was like, and I don't advertise ever. I never advertise on my site, and I won't ever.
Yeah.
And do you think he regrets that? Do you think he regrets that a lot? Like, because now it seems like he is truly in the doldrums of being an internet creator. Like, I have not heard anything about him other than his ancillary remaining relationship with you for 8 years. like at all. Like, biggest problem with you and him was the last time I remembered him being a part of something.
Yeah, no, because he's got this thing that, like, everybody who I seem to fight with for an extended period of time has this thing where they can just never admit that they're wrong. Like, Maddox will never admit that not running ads on his website was a mistake. I mean, it'd be pointless now because like they don't do ads like that on websites anymore. But it was dumb at the time. He won't admit that was dumb. He won't admit that all his loss is that suing me was dumb. That's what his whole new video was about, just justifying it, probably justifying it in his own mind as much as in the mind of his, like, his thousands of fans that comment on it and act like he's just recovering from cancer. Like, they're like, oh, it's so brave of you. Or like he just got raped. Like, it's so brave of you to come forward with this story of harassment that you're suffering. I hope you get these people. Yeah, no, he didn't.
And like, for him to not know, like, I don't know, maybe I gave him too much credit, but like, he was an internet OG. He should know that, like, a frivolous lawsuit against another internet creator just, like, undoes whatever image he had of a devil make, like, who cares? I'm doing my own thing. It's like, oh no, so you care deeply and intensely and you need to pursue it legally to shut them up. Okay, well, that's not good for the image you're trying to cultivate here. It makes you seem very sensitive, actually.
No, Eric's the same way. He's like Mr. ANCAP, like libertarian, like the government shouldn't be involved. But then as soon as he gets made fun of, he's like, well, I'm calling the government and they're going to come shut you up.
No, he doesn't like taxes, but he just shut your ass up.
Yeah, it's a funny video. You should go read the comments at least, because it's like people saying, "Oh my God, I'm so sad to hear that you were raped by these comedians online." And then the next one is like, "Man, you're so old that your bald head has a bald spot on it."